The mum shouted, "Shut up, your voice is ugly." That's deep. Imagine your mum saying that to you while you're saying, your voice is ugly. You know?
I was on the phone. I think he was trying to buy a ticket or something. And then he was asking the guy for help. Like, oh, something happened with the machine. It wasn't working. Then the guy comes and he's like, listen, mate. And he goes, but why are you shouting for?
Because there are so many people that chat rubbish. And are not impeccable with their word. Right?
Yeah, 100%. If I expect you to be impeccable with your word, I also have to be impeccable with my word. Do you see what I mean? So I know, for example, you, Tyler, we know you, yeah? Tyler. Yeah, you're always on time. You're always early. So you expect people to be there on time, if not early. But that also means that you have to be on time.
Yeah. To really change your beliefs, you have to focus your attention on what it is you want to change. Develop self-awareness of all the self-limiting, fear-based beliefs that make you believe all your agreements. And through this process, you begin this transformation. Welcome to The Power of Pages, where we review books that ignite your mind,
elevate your life,
and drive your ambition. And I go by Ty.
I'm Mr. Fly.
And this episode, we are reviewing The 4 Agreements. Now, this was your pick.
Yes.
Firstly, why did you pick this book?
Why did I pick it? You know what? My wife was reading this on our honeymoon a couple of years ago, and she doesn't read as much as I read. So, but it kind of engaged her. Like she was into it. Then a few friends of mine have, like, big up Cam King, Team Flock. He's read it, and again, people that, you know, so it's one of those books. I guess it kind of took people by storm. Do you know what I'm saying, in that sense?
But I know, you know, Max also read this book.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean,
so I put it on the list to, like, but you picked it. So
yeah. And then even like through the, you know, I post up, like when I'm reading the books on my social media, I post up, and people that don't even interact with me really, that follow me or whatnot, or on WhatsApp. Oh yeah, I read that book. So I was like, okay. So I thought I want to see what the hype's about. Basically, do you know what I mean? I want to see what the hype's about.
Did it live up to the hype?
No.
Okay.
Not for me, really.
Okay.
Not for me, really.
I mean, I liked it.
When I say live up to the hype, let's have the conversation. Yeah. So, I mean, did it live up to the hype? I didn't really have an expectation of it, but it's like...
Well, I guess your expectation was that it's a good book because so-and-so and so-and-so...
Nah, it was more intrigue.
Okay.
It was more like, what's this a book about? Like, what's the hype? You know, the 4 agreements. I was just intrigued. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the review, guys. So.
No, man, I think this book, these 4 agreements are basically what I preach and what I live by.
Yeah.
And you as well.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you're taking it as like, this is common sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But actually, it's not common sense, because these agreements are like, people, the penny will drop for people reading these. The penny will drop.
I think for me, it's more so, and I don't want to sound negative, but it's just like, not really common sense. I was just like, for me, I don't think I gained much more. And how can I say this? I'm struggling. Like, I just didn't, it just seemed like, okay.
Was it more reminders? Because for me, this book was confirmation bias. This was confirmation of the things that I already believe and already live by. So it was reassurance that my principles and morals and life ethos are, you know, being preached by authors.
Okay. No, I think, I don't know, man. It just missed me. That's
interesting.
And I think part of it was like, the book's very short.
Yeah.
It was like 130 pages. There's some prayers at the back. I didn't read them. But it was like 130 something pages. And I feel like it could have been shorter. Because I swear, like, because it's like he went over the points, man. Like he'll make a point, a good point, and a valid point that I agree with. And then he'll give you an example. Cool. Then he'll give you another example. And then guess what? There's another example. And it's like, So are you just filling the gap, man? You know what? Yeah, listen.
Well, we haven't even told the viewers. Sorry, we haven't given you no context
Yeah,
yet.
go for it.
There are 4
I feel like
agreements.
this is your book, bro. By the way, I knew you would like this book more than me. So you talk it up because
there are 4 agreements that this book talks about, and we'll go through all of them. I guess we'll touch. I don't know if to say all of them now or just.
Yeah, you got the first agreement: be impeccable with your word.
Okay.
The second agreement: don't take anything personally. The third agreement: don't make assumptions. And the fourth agreement: always do your best. On the surface, can't argue with any of those as a title. Like, I agree, and I live by all of those things as well. By the way, I think,
but some of them are hard to achieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's more. You know what it was. Yeah. There was a lot in here, man. Like, it was just like, I was like, I don't really understand where this is what it was actually. Obviously I don't know much about the Toltecs, that sort of philosophy or thing like that.
By the way, I didn't like that beginning book, and that section didn't grip me.
Yeah.
But the 4 agreement sections gripped me.
Okay. And then there was parts in it when it's like, oh, you know, just some sort of spiritual elements that just don't sit right with me, don't align with me. So that's what I think kind of took me off. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of like, I just didn't really like that. It kind of shook me up a little bit. But
well, okay, so maybe we're going to disagree on this book for once in a while. You know, we haven't disagreed.
Still don't go.
Yeah. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. We'll see in it. But let's go with the first agreement: be impeccable with your word. And what I did like as well, you know, it gave some facts about the word impeccable, where it came from. I think it was Latin. Yeah, Latin. And impeccable means without sin. And is without, and peccatus, the Latin word, is sin. So that's how it came up with the word impeccable, without sin. And a sin is anything you do which goes against yourself. So sins begin with rejection of yourself. Self-rejection is the biggest sin that you commit. Your word can impact others, which can then impact you. And if you're horrible to someone, they may be horrible to you. Like, if you're nice to someone, they're likely to be nice to you. Not necessarily, you know, all the time, but, you know, if you live by your word and be kind to people and use your language carefully, it can have a positive impact in your life. And I know this from life experience. Yeah. Personally myself. Yeah. And also from the life experience of others. And I think what I like about it is because there are so many people that chat rubbish and are not impeccable with their word. Yeah. Right? Yeah, 100%. I mean, 100%. I've had people in the last month tell me that they're going to do something, like maybe for me or to support me, or even just to support themselves. And then they don't do it.
No, it's lacking in a lot of people.
So why say it? I very much believe, don't say it if you're not going to do it. Like, don't tell me you're going to do this if you're not going to do it. So this chapter is basically like saying, be a person of your word. Do what you say and say what you do. Like, do you know what I mean? Well, it doesn't say what you do, but do what you say.
No, be impeccable with your word. I mean, you can't. It's very simple, very basic. I think I can't argue with anything you just said, and I agree with you. And I think that's why we get along, because we both think in that line of thought. It's the bits of like sin, like you're bringing in faith elements. So it's like, is this a faith book or is it like a self-help book or personal development book? Because the way it defines sin doesn't align with the way I define sin. Okay. So those are and there's a few sections in the book which is like that. So it's like, okay, that's what makes me uncomfortable, shall I say? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's like, if you kind of left that out of it, or the way you define it, so it's like, I'm thinking from a Christian perspective, I can't really agree with this because your definition of sin doesn't align with my definition of sin, or the way I see it, the definition of sin. So it's like, I don't know why you put that in there. But then again, it goes, so that's why the Toltecs, I didn't do that much looking into it, but just to find out a bit about it, I didn't find out much besides it's from Mexico. But that aside, everything else, the word, because there's two sides of it. If I expect you to be impeccable with your word, I also have to be impeccable with my word. Do you see what I mean? So I know, for example, you, Tyler, we know you, yeah? Tyler, yeah, you're always on time. You're always early. So you expect people to be there on time, if not early, or definitely on time anyway. But that also means that you have to be on time. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, and that's good. That's the standards. That's your standards and whatnot.
And yeah, I don't expect, but you know,
No,
I hope,
what you don't
yeah.
expect people are on time. You should do.
No, I hope they are on time, and that's I guess.
Nah, man. I think it's an expectation.
Do you think?
The way I define it.
It depends on the situation.
The way I mean, when I say expectation, it's a hope, but it's me giving you the benefit of the doubt because it's me saying you're a person of your word. I'm talking for you in your. The way I see it, yeah. You're a person of your word. If you say you're going to be there at 10 o'clock, I expect you to be at 10 o'clock because I expect you to back up what you say you're going to do.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's not like, I mean, if you're not there, if you're there late, you're there late.
Yeah,
There's nothing I'm going to do about it.
So no, fairness, it is an expectation.
Yeah.
If you tell me you're going to be there at 10, I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you expect to see me at 10.
So I expect to see you at 10 because I believe you. So you're right. It is an expectation. If you said that with your word, like, I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then when you don't turn up at 10, now I might not believe you going forwards. Like whatever it is that we're talking about, like you give me doubt now on you.
Trust. You don't trust.
I don't trust you as much because you've given me doubt. If you communicate with me before, like, I'm good, you know, I'm going to be late, or maybe we're talking about time specifically, but I don't know. But maybe if you communicate and say, sorry, this happened, that happened, then like it's cool. But I believe you. Yeah. That's what it comes down to. So be impeccable with your word is like,
No, it's a given. It's a given. And as well, it shows the power of the word, like the power of speech. Like even the way you talk about yourself. Yeah. It's the way you talk about other people. Yeah. Things you say. There's a lot of power in those sort of things. So it makes sense. And I think I don't think you'll find someone who's not impeccable with their word that is doing well. Do you know what I mean? If you're known, everyone knows people growing up that were known as the gasser or they just lie and you can't trust, you can't, and not even lie like they're lying about you, but they just tell you a story. Oh yeah, we can do this together. Let's talk about from a business perspective. Oh yeah, we can do this together. Yeah, oh yeah, I got that. I can sort that out. No problem. Leave that with me. Say less. Cool. I've done my part of the bargain. When it comes to where's your part? Oh, you know what? Excuse. All right, I might give you the benefit of the doubt. Cool. Come round again. Oh, you know, eventually this person's just a gas artist. This person just doesn't really. Do you know what I mean? Because you know the way that I am. Because it's down to trust. If we're talking about something we're gonna do from a business perspective, just tell me what I got to do. Because I know you're gonna do your piece. So just tell me what I got to do. Because I trust and expect that everything I trust your word. So if you say you're going to do this and that, I don't have to worry about it. I'll just make sure I got to do my part. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? That's because I trust your word. Now, if it's someone I don't trust their word, we're not even having that conversation because what will happen is I will do my parts. You're not going to do your parts. And then it's going to be an issue. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
So point one, you can't argue with.
I can't, but I told you, listen, the underlying thing with the whole book is these little references here and there that's why I'm kind of like, it just threw me off because I don't understand why it's in there, but maybe it's more, I can do a bit more research about the toll text and find out what they're sort of, where they sit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, just to touch one more point on this, it talks about a daughter was singing and so the daughter was singing and her mum had a headache. The mum shouted, "Shut up, your voice is ugly." That's deep. Imagine your mum saying that to you while you're saying, your voice is ugly. You know? No, not just, I've got a headache. No.
Oh, is that a true story?
It's in the book.
Oh, my
it's in the book.
Yeah, but did he make that up? That's your voice is ugly. I've never heard that before.
I don't know if it's a true story, but it's in the book, yeah? So the mum has said to the daughter, your voice is ugly. Yeah. The daughter's agreement now, because we're talking the book is for agreement, is that her voice is ugly. Her mum, you know, the person who's raised her, has told her voice is ugly. So now she believes that her voice is ugly. The power of words. Yes. Like if her mum told her, "Oh, listen, it's beautiful singing, but I've got a headache. Like, can you just stop for now? Because, you know, I've got a headache." Then that's not going to ruin her confidence about singing. Yeah. And it said so the daughter now believes that her voice is ugly and she didn't sing anymore. She's now lost confidence. Yeah. She don't want to sing no more because the power of the word. Because her mum used the vocabulary of your voice is ugly. I don't know why I found that so funny.
No, it's because it is funny. Because you're given a characteristic that doesn't align with a voice to a voice. Voice doesn't have a look. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, but just quickly, so because I think I didn't do enough context on this. So it's like the author believes we make agreements with ourselves that we live by. So, for example, in that example you gave there, that girl now, the daughter, in her mind, she's made an agreement that I have an ugly voice. So, you know, and we do that all around, and we live within these confines, and we live within our own full agreements, and we've got it will either help us do things or stop us from doing things. And so this book's kind of about breaking those agreements and making new agreements. I mean, that's basically the kind of nutshell of the book. He said, as humans, we punish ourselves with what we choose to believe, and we keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Because we've got a judge, like an inner judge that judges us, and we become a victim. To that judge, you know. So everything we do kind of goes through that sphere of judgment from ourselves. So yeah, that's just a bit about what the book's actually about.
Okay, no, I think that's good to touch on. I mean, out of these 4 points, we're gonna come on to all of them. But was there any that you personally find more difficult to live by out of all of the 4?
I think, but I do it like emotionally. It's a 2-step game.
Yes.
Logically, it's a 1-step game.
Yeah.
And I think you'll know which. It's a second agreement.
Yeah.
I think most people would struggle with this one.
Yeah.
But I don't take anything personally.
Yes.
That's the second agreement. And the way. Let's go back to that same example about your voice is ugly. That mum, which I'm aware of now, I think from a logical perspective, a lot of times people project. So they project how they feel or whatnot onto you, onto other people or other situations. So that mum, in that case, and this also from reading a book about empathy that we wrote, 3 Degrees of Empathy.
Yeah.
Is it called? Or, something about empathy.
0 degrees.
Thank you.
0 degrees of empathy.
0 degrees of empathy. That kind of solidified how I feel about this thing. Is like that mum. I'm sure if you delved into her upbringing or her life, there's a reason why she's relating to her daughter like that. Do you know what I mean? So now, and that's my empathetic side, and I'm aware of that. So that's about projection. So if someone, you know, insults me or has something negative to say about me or whatever situation, a lot of the time I'm like, okay, you can reframe it and look, okay, there's a reason. What's the reason behind them saying it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's like, so yeah, don't take things personally. It says more about them than it does about you. You know, I've had things said about me, and it's like, okay, you're projecting. Like, so I don't actually take it. It's not really about me. This is actually, you know, I'm just, you know, in that situation. So what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to touch on the quote here.
Yeah, go for it.
Nothing other people do is because of you. It's because of them. It's because of themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, if someone is saying negative stuff and horrible things to you, there's a deeper reason behind it because of them. You might have been the trigger.
Yeah.
But it's not actually because of you. Because if someone called me fat, for example, like, I'm not going to be triggered by that because I don't feel that about myself. I don't have that agreement with myself. Someone else is saying that because of their agreement on weight, for example. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like, if someone's having a bad day, something they might take that day out on you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like with, you know, like people get road rage and stuff.
Yeah.
Some people go mad, and you're like, okay.
Do you know what? Yeah,
go on.
If there's one situation that I'm not good in, it's driving.
Serious. That's funny.
Obviously,
you're the calmest guy, bro. You're the calmest person I know.
Driving on my own is a different side
Serious.
of me. Yeah.
That's
and
true.
this book actually helped me, even on the way here today, man. Do you know what really annoys me? Yeah, when you let a car through, or
they don't say thank you.
Yeah,
I knew you get that would annoy you.
And you let someone at the zebra crossing. It's like, you know, just a little thank you, just a little, you know, cheers, mate.
Days.
It's like why? Just say.
Tyler, you know what's funny about you? Yeah, you're so big on manners. Yeah, but it's good though. It's good, but you're so big on manners. And it's like, what? There was one time, I was on the phone to you at the train station. This is a good example, actually.
Yeah.
So,
and I took it personally.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You dealt with it the right way. So
okay.
Unless this happened more than once. So I was on the phone. I think I was trying to buy a ticket or something, And then you was asking the guy for help, like, oh, something happened with the machine, it wasn't working. Then the guy comes and he's like, listen, mate, and he goes, but why are you shouting for? You spoke to him like a kid. Okay, you don't have to shout about it. And the guy was like, oh yeah, mate, sorry. But what I was trying to say, I said, you just sunned him in there, man. That was jokes. But yeah, but that's the thing. So whether you did it logically or just naturally, he was shouting. Why is he shouting at you?
Yeah,
maybe he doesn't like his job.
Yeah.
Maybe he had an argument at home. Maybe his boss is giving him. Maybe who knows? Maybe the person before you was rude to him.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. All you asked him was, "Oh, can I have some help on here?" So if you took it personally, who you shouting at, bruv?
Yeah.
And then it's a situation. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, don't take things personally.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so there are situations, where I don't take it personally. Yeah, I didn't actually. Now that you've voiced that out, I didn't take it personally. You're just like, what's the issue, bro?
You said, but why do you have to shout for? You spoke to him like a kid, man.
I remember that as well.
But there's a two side to this, because the author doesn't take praise or like there's two sides to this.
On this as well. With business.
Yeah, no,
like staying like in that zone, in that mellow zone, not getting too high, not getting too low. It's like you're not gonna take praise. Don't take praise because that's just someone else's projection of you. Like. But then also, by the same thing, you can't take criticism because that's someone else's projection. So it's like, basically, like, don't care what other people say. But then that goes for the positives as well, which I think definitely as business owners, or definitely speaking on my personal experience, over time, you don't ignore the praise, but you take it for less.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Take it with a pinch of salt, because I'm not going to get gassed by someone saying, Tyler, wow, you've done X, Y, and Z. Like, that's amazing. It's like, they think it's amazing. It's about what I think. And maybe, I do think some of the things have been, really good. But at the same way, if I let that impact me, then if that same person said, what you're doing is terrible, then I'm going to let that impact me also. So, yeah. And
what you think about yourself is more important ultimately.
Yes.
Because on the same hand, people with low self-esteem, you can tell them, oh, you're great. They're never going to believe you. Do you know what I'm saying? And then people with like a imbalanced ego, they can say, oh, they want that praise, and they want to, and if they're not getting that praise, then they're searching for it. They do think they want to, what they call it now, main character syndrome or something like that. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, man, don't take it. I definitely, and I've learned over the time, because people can put you on a pedestal that you don't even belong to be on. It's like, no, I'm not perfect, bro. I don't think, I don't know what you think about me, but this is the work I do. That's why, going back to the previous book we read about, it's about the team. It's about, there's, nobody, I don't care who they are, gets to where they got where they are on their own. They've had support along the way, and you need to be aware of that. But going back to this, don't take things personally. It's a good way, because then you won't become like, that's why, people say like triggered.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. No one should be able to trigger you, because, all right, put it through that paradigm. All right, there's more to the story. If they're saying that something, if you're walking down the street, someone's screwing you, what are you screwing? Like, why is someone walking down the street with a screw face? Just think about what's going on in this person's life. Don't be triggered by it. Do you know what I mean? So don't take it personally. But I agree with all of these agreements.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to
hear that. I agree with all these agreements. sorry. You know what? Now, yeah, since
you cheese me, dog.
Well, then someone Belinda said to me the other day, I was coming all these dad jokes. Yeah, because I've become a dad. I swear, man. Sorry, that was terrible. Cut that.
Just wait for the dad bod coming. Dad bod coming soon. Come, yeah. Dad bod soon come.
I ain't taking that personal. I ain't coming.
But what he says, the author, when we really see other people as they are, without taking it personally, we can never be hurt by what they say or do. Even if others lie to you, it is okay. They are lying to you because they are afraid. They are afraid you would discover that they are not perfect. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Says you gain freedom by not taking things personally. Can't argue with it.
Yeah.
Can't argue with it at all. Argue with it at all.
And this book helped me with, like, when I'm driving. Like I said, driving's the only situation that gets me. I don't like traffic. It's like, yeah, all right, they didn't say thank you. All right. I might cuss. I might have a 2-second cuss, and then that's it. Obviously, I forget about it. Like, that's funny. It's not like it holds me, but it's just like, that person. Yeah, that person just impolite. All right, goodbye. But actually, I made a post on my LinkedIn, actually, and someone my good friend Ash, actually, shout out Ash, big up you. He's got a recruitment business started this year, but he was like, what he does, he just anticipates no one's going to say thank you.
Okay.
So if they do say thank you, it's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
And I've started to implement that as like, just assume assume, which will come on to the next point, but assume everyone's not going to say thank you.
Yes.
And then if they do, it's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
But the next point goes against that.
Yeah.
Which is, don't make assumptions. Don't assume.
Yeah.
And I like this. And I had a real life situation where I made an assumption and it bit me, or it caused frustration, or, and I'll explain it in a second, but it was a good reminder. And for the most part, I don't make assumptions, but I make logical assumptions from time to time.
Yeah.
And Not an All Carnival was back in August.
Yeah.
And I went on a float this year.
Yeah.
Big up the man them. We went on a float. It was wicked.
What float was it?
It was called Hype Mass.
Big up Hype Mass.
Yeah. And yeah, it was good. We had a good day on the Monday. And one of my friends booked it. They were the person who booked the ticket. You get like a t-shirt, a cup for your drink, and a bag, a hat, top, whatever. So they were going to collect their stuff from the venue. They booked it for everyone.
Yeah.
And I just made the assumption that they were going to collect everyone.
Yeah.
They're going to the one venue.
Yeah.
Everyone has to collect it from the same venue. If you're going to collect yours, my assumption is you're going to get mine too, innit? Because you're going to get yours.
Because you would.
Because I would.
Yeah.
Because I would. Yeah. And that was a mistake on my part, because I messaged my friend and said, yo, bro, like, yeah, is there anything I need to do or know, like, before? Yeah. Oh, here's the link. You need to book your slot to collect your thing. And he's like, what? Oh, And so it's like, okay, all right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, can you get mine then? So, I've already booked my slot. And when you book the slot, you have to say how many people you're collecting for, etc., etc. He's like, oh, I've already booked mine.
Yeah. So
I can't, or I don't think they said, oh, they'll look into it, never got back to me. And I just thought, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then this goes back to another friend of mine didn't book his slot.
Yeah.
So when I went there, I went to get his, innit? There was a whole hullabaloo trying to get his stuff because I needed permission and ID, and I had to send email. It was long
thing.
But I'm going there, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually going there.
I'm actually going there. Why are you going to go there? And I'm going to go there. Yeah. It's like, it was far from where both of us live. So that was a good reminder for me. Don't make assumptions. Yeah. What I should have done in hindsight is clarify from the beginning, like, oh, you've booked it. Like, are you going to get it too? Or can you get it too? So if I didn't make that assumption, I wouldn't have had to waste 90 minutes to go and get it and another hour.
Okay, yeah, you could have just told him.
I could have just said, or I would have said, all right, cool, I'll collect everyone's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway.
No, that's an interesting example, because I think you have expectations, or you make assumptions based on what you would do, right?
Yeah.
And that's like a lot, because I'm thinking about situations in my, like, that's happened with me, with friends, or whoever it may be in the past, where like I've made an assumption, like, well, because I would do that, so they would do that, and then when it's a bit of I don't know, I'm talking for myself, but it's like a learning curve. It's like, okay, you just learn, innit? You just learn. You know what I'm saying? You just learn. Okay, so don't make assumptions, I guess, is the thing. But then also it kind of, again, I'm speaking for myself. It's like, okay, but everyone's different anyway. But you kind of realize, okay, I would actually do this as a standard. I guess you wouldn't, and it doesn't there's no judgment there. It's just an observation. I'm saying, no, I hear that. But then you're right. The right thing to do is just not make an assumption in the first place.
Because, I could have been annoyed at that friend, because I would have done it. So I could be annoyed, but actually, I made an assumption that wasn't true.
If you'd asked them to collect it, would they have collected it?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I would if I said, you know, it's taking me long to get there. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, at least we could have communicated or had a discussion about it, and I would have just got theirs or whatever. So I think, and the book talks about when we make assumptions, actually, it ruins like how we feel about certain people, because we have expectations or we assume certain things about other people, but actually we haven't asked the questions.
It creates conflict, right?
It creates conflict.
Yeah.
So to keep yourself from making assumptions, the way to keep yourself from making assumptions is to ask questions. Make sure the communication is clear. If you don't understand, ask. Have the courage to ask questions until you are clear as you can be. And even then, do not assume you know all there is to know about a given situation. Once you hear the answer, you will not have to make assumptions because you will know the truth.
But you know that whole that bit you just read there. You know the hardest part. You know the most important part of it. Sorry, is have the courage to ask, because in some situations, so like it talks about relationships as well, like as in like partners and whatnot, and it's you might not get the answer you like. So that's why sometimes it's better to make an assumption just internally, but it's not actually better, because if you get let down, you're gonna get let down anyway. You're just delaying it. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes people don't want to ask because they don't have the courage to ask because of what the answer might be.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So they'd rather assume, and sometimes they'll assume the worst, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you can assume the worst, that, they won't do that, or they don't care about that, or whatnot. So you won't ask, you'll just make the assumption. And then they can always, you know, if you would just ask, they might have done it, because it says here, often we make assumptions about that our partners know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's quite an important part. Obviously, I'm married, and you go, you know what I mean? Me and my wife been together for a long time, so it's like but that also goes for like friendships as well, or family relationships. Yeah. So I'm saying, so you kind of think, oh, that's my mum, she should know, or that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my brethren, that's my this, that, they should know. Doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that, because again, we all live in our own sort of paradigm, our own mentality. We see things, again, what's going on in people's lives, X, Y. There's so many different things where if you just said, oh, you know what, whatever that might be, oh yeah, I'll do that for you. Yeah. But so yeah, man, that was a powerful chapter.
Yeah. And like I said, I had a real life scenario while I was reading the book.
Yeah.
That backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't assume. Don't assume. So yeah. And the fourth agreement.
Yeah. So, which I like. I mean, this is always do your best. The fourth agreement, always do your best. And what I there was a bit. Yeah. Keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from moment to moment. And I think when you say the word best, everyone thinks best. What comes to your mind? Top. But for whatever reason, in today, my best today might not necessarily be my best tomorrow, and my best tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So this was, I mean, look, all the agreements, I think if that's what people zoned into, because someone, again, a friend of a friend that we've just got the same number, messaged me and was like, oh yeah, this is my best book here that changed my life. And I think it's why, because if you can live by these, you'll definitely put you into better. You'll improve. Yeah. You'll improve. If you don't live by these, and you start to live by these, your life will improve. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
So I mean, because if you get to the first one, if you're impeccable with your word, if you don't take things personally, if you don't make assumptions, and you always do your best, you're gonna improve. If you do those things, so I get it. Like, you know, it'll be interesting to get. I'm going to speak to Cam. Obviously, Cam's like our good friend, a good mutual friend of ours. We spoke about him before on the channel, and he told me about this book. And again, he's not a reader, so I'm going to actually speak to him to find out what it was that what he got out of this.
Yeah, and the thing about this book as well is those 4 powerful points, and the book's easy to digest. I mean, we're not going to come on to difficulty rating yet, but we will come on to it. But it's some of the books that we've read have been quite challenging. For me, this book, you know, it flows nicely, and it's easy to get those points. What about, you know, the last sort of the end where it talks about breaking old agreements?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have these agreements with ourselves, whether we think, you know, we're certain ways. We agree that this is the reality for ourselves.
And you can revert back sometimes as well.
And you can revert
It's hard
back.
to remain consistent.
And the author talks about, to really change your beliefs, you have to focus your attention on what it is you want to change. Develop self-awareness of all the self-limiting, fear-based beliefs that make you believe all your agreements. And through this process, you begin the transformation. And I mean, self-awareness is...
Bro, you have to deep that. Say that again, please. Sorry, because that... Please.
With the whole thing?
Please, if you would be so kind.
Okay, I will be so kind. I will honour you. To really change your beliefs, you have to focus your attention on what it is you want to change. Develop self-awareness of all the self-limiting, fear-based beliefs that make you believe all your agreements. And through this process, you begin this transformation.
Yeah. Bruv, it's deep, bruv.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's real.
No, but think about it. If you're fearful of, like, I'm fearful of snakes. Like, if I really wanted to not be feared of snakes, I need to think of a plan.
You need to be aware, at least you're aware of it to start off with. But you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I need to think of a plan. Like, how am I gonna overcome this fear? Maybe that's a bad example because it's maybe not one people can relate to. I mean, I imagine most people. Are you scared of snakes? Let me know in the chat.
My mum is actually, funny enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like for me, I try within the charity. I like to see young people develop. So a few young people, I put them in position, man. I put them in position. You know, you see the development, man, like of people from when they start, and it's from being aware. First is being aware. You know, I don't know. Not many people like speaking in public speaking. Obviously, and that's not like giving speeches or doing press conference. That could be just talking to a group, like a small fitness class. That's public speaking technically, right? So you need to be aware of that so you can overcome it, and then you need to challenge it. And because in your mind, I can't do that. I can't speak in front of people. I can't do this. Like, you're putting the handbrake on yourself. Why can't you? Know what I mean, dig deep. Like, what do you mean I can't? Oh, I've never been able to. Well, have you even tried? Just, you get what I'm saying? So it's important, man. It's important.
Go on.
No.
I was just gonna say, can you, like, without giving names, can you give any examples of someone that you've seen like develops the self-awareness of maybe some of their limiting beliefs?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then maybe how they've overcome them. Yeah.
There's a young lady that works for that organization, works with us. She has got bags of potential. Like, she's only touching she's there, but she's got bags of potential. And you see it, you see the potential they've got. And, you know, when I first bring people on, I work with them and I speak with them a lot. And then, you know, eventually you start to put them into positions. Now, this person's gone from not really wanting to speak in public to a few weeks ago, sitting on stage with a member of parliament, the local MP, and talking and being also in a pressured environment, and I wasn't even there. So, do you know what I mean? And that's pride, man. Like, because when I see it, and it's like, wow, that's all you know. That's what I said. I said, oh, that's you. I wasn't even there. You done that, and people in the community and you know, questions and asking hard questions, talking to them, like, do you know what I mean? So, and that's, you know, so I'm very proud of that person, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, that's one example, man. I mean, you put people on as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're seeing it. So it's good to see. And again, it's funny, right? I met up with when I first started FFLY Youth, my youth workers were very important, and I met up with I haven't seen him for donkeys. I saw him like last Saturday, and it was good to chat with him, man, and see him. And you know, it was just good to see him. And I know that now, I always say this, looking back, I see what they did for us, and I see how they kind of put us in those positions, you know, put us in challenging us. So yeah, man, I have seen that.
Yeah. No, that's inspiring, man. And I think, going against your agreements, your negative self-agreements.
You got to shatter them, man. You got to break them.
But I think the first thing you said is to recognize what it is that you're fearful of, what it is that your challenges are. And then once you can recognize what your challenges are, then you can look to overcoming them. So, yeah, man. What's your power of these pages?
It's a good question. Can you come back to me?
Yeah, I'll go first because I have to go to the assumptions for me. Don't make assumptions was my power, because when you assume, you can just be let down. You can, if you make assumptions about other people or situations, you can be let down. And if you don't want to be let down, then don't assume and ask questions and clarifying questions, and there's less potential to be let down.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, that ties into don't take it personally, because it's like, if you are let down, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Again, it says more about the other person.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It says more about that person. Like, if whatever the situation may be, whether it might just say where their standards aren't the same as yours or whatnot. So yeah, you're right, man. It kind of puts it externalizes everything, isn't it? It's like you don't internalize it. I think for me, I think keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from moment to moment, because I think as long as you give your best, whatever your best is. So like, if we use like a boxing analogy, like the first round, you might be top soup, like you're fit, and your best in that round is you can throw 100 punches and you're really best. In, say, like a pro boxer in a championship fight, in the 12th round, your best might just be, it's not going to be the same as what it was in the first round. Let's put it that way. So I think, but that's fine, because you're still giving your best. You're not going into your shell. You're not hiding and running away and not giving anything. You're giving your best. Whatever your best looks like, give your best.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that expectation and understanding and reality check that it's not going to be just, depending on where you are, what's going on in your life, your age, all these things, it's going to change. But what doesn't change is you're still giving your best. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's powerful, man.
I think I like that as well. And that brings me back to the book. Was it Triggers? It might have been Triggers, where it's quite a long, maybe it's in like 30 book, our 30th book or around that time.
Blue,
so if you want to go back
that was
on
in COVID
the
times,
channel.
maybe.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But they've got questions that you ask yourself at the end of the day that you're trying, with something that you're trying to achieve. And that's, did I try my best to? And, you know, your best, depending on the day, is different. It's like, as long as you tried, you might not achieve the same as you did on Monday and Tuesday, but the circumstances might be different on Tuesday. So it's not about what you achieved.
No.
And it's not about the outcome. It's about the effort based on all the other factors.
Yeah. And also, just to add to that, reality check. Maybe you didn't give your best. Okay, I didn't. Why not? What's the reason? You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't play my best today. I didn't make my runs. I didn't work as hard as I should have today. Right, why not? You know what I mean? You know, sometimes like I don't always do my best. I try to, but I don't always. So sometimes I'm like, and I have to look, why am I feeling like this today? What? Taking that stock of yourself, like, okay, maybe I need a break. Maybe I need to talk to this person. Like, what's holding me back? You can't just. So it's about self-awareness, man. It's deep, man. It's deep. Yeah. But you have to be aware as well, 100%. Because all right, you didn't give your best. Why not?
Yeah.
Answer that question, and then there's, you know, it's gonna bring you down another pathway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Difficulty rating. You picked it.
No, not difficult at all.
Yeah. I mean, we'll skip right over that. I'm going to give it a 1 as well. Star rating out of 5. Am I going to cuss you?
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking now, because again, I don't want the conversation to. I feel more inspired by this conversation that we've had about the book than I actually felt about the book.
Okay.
So then I have to be honest about how I felt about the book when I finished it, despite the fact that I agree with all these agreements. I'm giving it a 2.
Ooh,
I'm giving it a 2. I've got to be real, man. I've got to be real.
Come on, man.
I've got to be. The conversation for me was better than
the book.
Man. I can tell you. I'll give you a few reasons why. We got a bit of time. The overdoing it, is over egging it. Too many examples. To the point where he lost the point, lost the.
But the examples bring it to life, you know. They
one
help.
or 2 does, not 4 or 5 or 6 or 7.
But they're different. Do you get what I mean? Different scenarios. I guess, yeah.
No, I hear what you're saying. No, I take on board what you're saying, but it just didn't.
Yeah.
That just put me off. It just being like, are you just trying to fill up the word count? That's kind of like it didn't sit well with me. As well, again, some of the things like just from my sort of faith perspective, it just did not align up either. So yeah, man, it just 2. I didn't. Like I said, I feel, but I can see why people love the book. Even my wife, I asked her, she was like, it's all right. And I think this book here, it kind of like the way it's written, not these agreements, because I agree with these agreements, but the way it's written, it just sometimes it seems as though it was a bit of like just talking a bit of nonsense, man. Like a bit of blagging it, a bit of mumbo jumbo, like too much down that sort of hippie. I don't want to say hippie, but that sort of vibey sort of.
Yeah.
Just too, man.
Okay.
Yeah, too.
Okay. Listen, man. I respect your two.
Yeah, cool.
I don't agree with it, but I respect your two.
And I don't take that personally.
But I'm giving it a 4.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 4 because of the actual 4 agreements. Because of each one specifically, and then how it talks about it and gives examples about them. And also, like I said, the personal impact the book had on me while I was going through an assumption that was like, just collect.
Did it moderate your behaviour then? Did it moderate your response?
I think so. I think it moderated my response it didn't moderate my response. It moderated my emotions.
Okay.
Because I think before I was maybe feeling some type of way. It's like, just collect it, man.
Yeah.
But actually, it was like, why? Why should they? Why? Looking at it from the other angle.
Yeah.
So
perspective.
It did moderate my emotions. So I think maybe the timing of reading the book also helped it get a 4. Because, it was a quick read, and it was a fine read. It was a fine read. Thinking about it, it wasn't like the book had me hooked, or like it was just like, okay, yeah, I like this, I agree with this.
Let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 100%.
And that's where I think I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, because I'm thinking, I mean, a fairer number would have been. I'm sticking with my 2, but a fairer would have been a 3. But I'm like, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't.
Okay.
No,
I'd recommend it. Buy this book. Links in the description.
Don't buy this book.
And subscribe, all of that. But yeah, no, I'd recommend it. And it's a short book. Easy enough read. But yeah, I mean, that's all we got time for this episode.
Yeah.
We've got next episode's book, The Dip by Seth Godin. Chris will be happy to know that it's another short book. So, easy to read. Join us on this book review journey.
What are you trying to say?
What, you're not happy? You're not happy to know?
No,
Are you happy to know that this book is short?
You're lucky I'm not.
Are you taking it
personally? I don't take things personal. But I'm not making assumptions. I want to know why. Why would you say that?
Based on the conversations that we've had, the communication.
I'm joking.
I think you're happy to know it's the short book.
No, I am.
Maybe I made an assumption that you're happy.
You did.
Are you happy?
I'm so.
This is the power of pages.
And we review books.